What's going on, everybody? It's your boy C-Zar, and we are talking about Bitcoin Cash today. Shout out to the Dragon Riders. Shout out to the House of the Dragon. You guys, a momentous occasion, dare I say a historic occasion, has occurred with Bitcoin Cash. We've done something huge, and I think it's only going to promote growth in the price action, okay? It's only going to propel us to exactly where we've been expecting us to go this whole cycle, right? Higher prices, they're coming. Okay, you probably already know what I'm saying. We go to BCH here, BCH USD on Coinbase, most all-time history. On a monthly aspect, this template, this is the EMA exponential ribbon. Okay, every single one of these, you got your 20, 25, 30, they're all moving averages from a 20 to a 55 count in iterations of 5, right? Okay, we have, for our entire lives, had this ribbon bearishly charged, okay, sloping downwards, yellow line always on the bottom. That's not bullish. Okay, you look at Bitcoin, BTC USD, its whole life, this yellow line's been on top, and on the monthly aspect still, right? Bullish, very bullish chart, very bullish ribbon, right? We are now, for the first time ever, seeing Bitcoin Cash get a bullish cross. This is not the same as a golden cross. It's not the same as a golden cross, but damn it, it's basically just as good, right? It might even be better. Maybe not in all senses, but we look at it here. It's not official until the month closes. We have 30 days and 20 hours left, okay? But we do have the cross, and you can see it here. If this month goes higher in price, which I think it will, this cross will only get more real. If we go lower from here, okay, it's possible this cross might be postponed for another month, but I just don't see that happening, and we'll go over why, right? We'll go over why I am early celebrating this cross, right? We have the look right now, but again, the month, it's not official until this month closes, right? We still have a whole month to go, so it is definitely early to celebrate this, but it's worth celebrating. We've never had this look at all. We've never had anything close to this, and I think regardless of how this month performs, which, by the way, it's going to be phenomenal, I think that this is a foreshadowing of the good things to come. Really, really good things to come, guys. BCH USD, looking at it here on the weekly, and just one last shout out to the Dragon Riders, man, the House of the Dragon. This really is momentous, guys. This is an occasion that we shan't soon forget. As the months go by, it's only going to be increasingly obvious of how bullish this situation that we're in right now is. We're so far above it, right? We're so far above this cross, and yet the price now is so tethered directly to this. It's going to do phenomenal things over the next 6 months, over the next year. It's going to be a hell of a time. I hope you brought your provisions. I hope you loaded up while your dragons are resting, because you guys, we are taking to the skies. It's time for riches and glory. It really, really is. That's what this means. It's phenomenal. This is something all the BCH haters can shove right up their portfolios. You know what I mean? I don't know what word to use instead of something that's not appropriate. But anyways, it's getting back to something more appropriate. Bitcoin Cash on a weekly basis getting overbought. Getting overbought. The last time that we got overbought, after not being overbought for a while, right? Here we were overbought. Then we didn't get overbought for a while. Then we got overbought. This is the last time that we were overbought, right? After not being overbought for a while. Because here we were overbought. This was actually the last time we were overbought, but we had just been overbought recently. So after not being overbought for a while, when we first got freshly into this zone, let's identify that in the price, okay? That was not this week, but this week. It was this week right here. The last time we got overbought was this week right here. And from that week, in less than a month's time, from the high point to the high point, we moved up 35%. In less than a month's time from the end of December, if we were to do the same thing, that would bring us up to, by the end of this year, by the end of this month, $775. I personally don't think that that's going to happen. I think that we will see something larger in growth, but just that in itself would break us above this high. And the reason why I'm focusing on that, why I'm focusing on this very small number, is because we would now, by the end of the month, not just have this bullish cross on the monthly, But at prices as high as low, really, as 775, right? Here's seven. Even let's do one better. Let's not go to 775. Let's go to right where this white line is, right there. At anything basically above 600 bucks, we've both got this flippening or this bullish cross of the ribbon and a breakout of this historical resistance line that we've had for the last 1, 2, 3 bull cycles now. As momentous of an occasion as this is, in culmination with this momentous break of this trend line, I can't help but to believe that we won't stop at 36%. I can't help but to believe that, right? That's just not my perspective. From a high to a low anyways, how I would at least imagine this would go would be at least to $900, at least to $1,300, something in there. But likely we would go beyond that, right? Every time in this cycle so far, we have actually seen that 200 level, at least that 200 level, right? We can go back in time and focus on that real quick. Right, Bitcoin Cash is going to melt faces, you guys. It really is. You guys, this is the cycle where the narrative that all the BCH, all the Dragon Riders have been spinning, right? All the big blockers, all you big blockheads, the narrative that you've been spinning that Bitcoin Cash could flip Bitcoin, and all the people who are laughing at that. By the way, I'm not laughing at it. I don't think it's going to happen. I don't think Bitcoin Cash will flip Bitcoin. Something very wrong would have to happen with Bitcoin for that to happen, right? More wrong than going astray from Satoshi's vision, because that wasn't enough for it to be flipped, right? It would have to be like catastrophic for it to be flipped, I think. But that's beside the point. What I'm trying to say is, regardless of if it actually happens or not, instead of it being a community thought, a Bitcoin Cash Dragon Rider community thought that Bitcoin Cash will flip Bitcoin, it's going to start to become a crypto-wide thought. There's going to be people all over people talk about Ethereum could flip Bitcoin, right? Is XRP going to flip Ethereum? Is Solana going to flip Ethereum, right? They talk about that. Bitcoin Cash is going to be thrown in that mix, okay? And that it's going to happen either by the end of this cycle, it'll be thrown in that mix, it'll earn its right, or likely, I think, before April, that conversation will start to become more common outside of the Bitcoin Cash community. There's going to be people from outside the Bitcoin Cash community who are going to start to say this stuff. Anyways, high to low, all the way up to the 200. Okay, all the way up to the red line, 200, just above it. High to low, all the way up to the red line, the 200, just above it. High to low. Last time we were overbought, we moved up 35% from the high of the week, right, to the high overall in that next 4-week period, 35%. From the fibs that we just did, right, high to low, the minimum areas we've gone to is at least the 200 level, okay? I don't think we're going to move up 35%. We just crossed bullishly on the monthly ribbon. We just broke this trend line. I got to go check on my daughter. I'll be right back. Hold on. Sorry guys, that was so long. All I'm trying to say, my daughter just woke up, and I might have to check on her in a second again, so I'm going to have to end this video pretty soon. But all I'm trying to say is I don't think it stops here. I don't think with all this stuff going on, breaking out of this, getting the bullish cross, I just don't think it stops here. You got your move here, okay? The time before that, when you got overbought, it was this week. The very following week, you moved up 54%, right? I think this point, and what I've been trying to say this whole video essentially is, with this move up, I think it'll be unlike either of these last two attempts. I don't think it's going to be like a short-lived thing. I think it's going to have more to it. I don't think the move is going to just be like this all the way up there, right? It could be. That's great. If it continues to do what it's done this whole cycle, that's great. But I think more so, what's likely going to happen is we move up here, consolidate, and then we move up to the next level, and then we consolidate, something like that. But regardless, I don't think it stops here. I don't think it stops at 936 bucks. The next move is at least going to be 100% higher from where it is now. And I mean, genuinely, I expect us to be at 1,700 by the end of this move, if not by the end of this year, or higher, right? $1,700. And it all starts with this. It all starts with this. So that's all I got. If you guys like the video, hit that like button, subscribe if you want to see more content like this. Thank you all for being here. One last shout out to the Dragon Riders. 4-hour RSI looks very bullish. Very, very, very bullish, yeah. You look like you want to break out to the upside. It's today, tomorrow, this week, you guys. It's going to be really good. I'm excited to see what happens. Yeah. Yep, we're right at the precipice, man. We could have one dip. We could have like one serious dip down and then rip. Kind of get these like higher lows coming in, but I don't know. We might not. We might just rip, man. We might just rip. Either way, load up the truck now while you still can, man. Bitcoin Cash is below $1,000. That's cheap. That's very, very cheap. All right, take care, guys. Bye-bye.